Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you around to Paris city in France. But before I start my video, I do request you to please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And do share it with your friends, family and groups. It will help them if they're planning a trip to Paris in France in the near future. So let's start the video. The moment you reach the station, you will see Eiffel Tower right from the station. But definitely you will feel like you want to go near the Eiffel Tower to have a look. On the way to Eiffel Tower, you will see a lot of shops which are roadside shops selling souvenirs.
We don't need a beach to get a half naked. Life's too short, let's not waste it. Cause paradise is wherever we make it. Paradise is wherever we make it. Till the sun.
As you can see, there are a lot of roadside shops on the left hand side selling souvenirs, selling some food items, some drinks, some kind of stuff that you want to take back home.
Thing we need is right here. And there ain't a palm tree in sight, but there's not a cloud in.
The entry to Eiffel Tower is absolutely not free of cost. You'll have to buy a ticket. So I went to the Eiffel Tower in the evening, but I could not make it the same evening. So I decided to visit Eiffel Tower the next day. I had the entire day to roam in Paris city. So in the morning, I just went for some local sightseeing, and all these places are like must visit places.
Yeah, the rooms, they're cheap.
Definitely, I must say that Paris is very clean, and also I love the vibes of Paris. When I saw Paris, only one song came in my mind, which is like An Evening in Paris. It's a Bollywood song from the olden times.
Swimsuit is overrated. We don't need a beach to get a half naked. Life's too short, let's not waste it. Cause
If you're planning a trip to Paris, make sure that your itinerary is absolutely clean. You should have your hotels booked, you should have your travel booked, you should have your tickets for the museum or the Eiffel Tower absolutely booked in advance. It will help you to save a lot of time. This is the Lord's Museum, and I visited this in the morning at 9 o'clock, but unfortunately, I did not have a ticket which was mandatory to enter the museum, so I could not get into it. But you need advance booking to go into this museum. Although you can visit the museum from outside, you can just be there in the square, but underneath, I mean, just in the basement, there is this museum which is so lovely. It's a must visit. Visiting the museum will take you time almost like 3 to 4 hours, and you have to book your tickets at least one day in advance so that you can visit the next day. And visiting times are like from morning 9 till evening 5 or 7, and there are time slots available. So when you're booking your ticket to the museum online, you'll have to choose the date and the time slot they're looking forward to. I just entered the museum without having a ticket, without having any information that it should be pre-booked. I did get an entry, but as I said, like I could not go inside the museum. I could just be in the square. And when I tried to book it online, I was already very late for booking. There were no slots available for that day, even in the evening or late evening. And I tried looking for the slot for the next day, and the only slot that were available the next day were like in the morning 9:30. They have slots available after an interval of every 30 minutes. The first slot which was available was at like 9 o'clock, But I could not even take the 9 o'clock slot the next day because I had a train back to the other city in France. You will see a video which is uploaded there. And my train was early in the morning, not that early, it was like in the morning around 8 o'clock. So there was no point in visiting this museum in the morning at 9 o'clock. And already my train tickets were booked in advance, so I could not even cancel it, because if I cancel I would not even get a refund. And second thing, when I try to rebook it, the train ticket might end up very being expensive. So I thought it is not a good plan to cancel my train ticket for the next city. And obviously, when I'm traveling to another city, my hotels are also booked, so it would affect everything afterwards. So I decided to skip the inside of the museum. But definitely, this is a museum worth watching. The people who were there, the tourists who were there visiting, after the visit, they all were like her talking about it's very beautiful. It's a must visit museum. But unfortunately, I did not have a ticket which was booked in advance, so I could not enter inside. Even the square is very lovely. The day when I visited this museum, the weather was also very good. It wasn't hot, it wasn't cold. It was kind of pleasant weather in the morning. This is the time I visited around 9 o'clock. But then, yes, later in the day, like after 2 hours, the weather started getting more sunnier and hotter. So it was not that pleasant later by noon. It's a good idea that you visit this museum with somebody and not just go solo, because it's so beautiful. You feel like you should click more pictures over there, and every time you cannot ask people to click pictures for you. I mean, it is damn pretty. There are queues over here for people who have already booked their tour for the museum at different time slots. For example, 12 o'clock, 12:30 p.m., 1:30 p.m. For today, there are no slots available. The only slots which are available are like for tomorrow and the after tomorrow. And then the remaining days depends upon. Definitely visiting such places give you a vibe of Europe. I mean, when you visit different countries in Europe, sometimes you feel like that all the countries look almost similar, but this city has its own beauty for sure. It has its own vibe which are very positive. You feel very moody, you feel very romantic. It's damn good place. There were also queues over there. So the queues were based on the time slots that you had it on your online ticket. For example, if you have chosen that you will be here at 9:30 for the museum's entry, you are supposed to be there in the queue by latest by 9:15. At least 15 minutes before your entry time, you should be there. You can even stand in the queue from like 30 minutes before your actual time slot that you have chosen. But 15 minutes at least you will have to come. This is a garden which is a normal garden with plants and flowers. Oh, it was a breezy day then, and this was shot in the morning, like around kind of 11:30. So it was almost lunchtime, and there were benches, there were chairs, and if you want to eat your food you can sit on the bench, you can just pull a chair to your favorite place in the garden to have your quick bite, or you can even sit on the chair wherever it is located in the garden to have your quick meal. Meals were not available over there, There were no shops or cafes selling food or drinks. It's like you order it or else you just buy it from somewhere nearby. You can come to this garden and have your
If we
quick
need a drink, I'll
meal.
be the bartender. I got a fifth of Patron and a blender. Baby, slipping on a swimsuit is overrated.
It was a bit shady in the area where people were actually having their food, breezy also, and you can see there are like a lot of tourists who were resting on the armchair, sitting on the bench, sitting on the chair, having their quick food. Some people even came for exercising, like for running, jogging, walking, stretching. As the day was getting very warmer, I decided to like take a break under a shady tree, like for almost 10 minutes, so that I can cool down the temperature of my body. This is a fountain, and this fountain was looking so pretty in the sunlight. I decided to take a picture of this. And this is me.
Do you hear that? My sanity about to break while everyone I know's out. On a trip, on a boat, on a lake. I'm tired of feeling all FOMO, babe. I don't even.
In Paris, you require tickets for every sightseeing places, and it is mandatory to book these tickets beforehand. If you are looking for a specific time slot, I would recommend you to book your tickets at least 1 month in advance of your date of arrival, of date of seeing this must visit places. But say suppose if you don't have time, if you're planning to book an online ticket just one in advance, maybe you will not be able to book a time slot that you really wanted. For example, if you want to see the Lord's Museum, say around 3 o'clock, but only time slot is available is 9 o'clock, then again you will have to reschedule your entire uh, day plan accordingly. Now this is in Eiffel Tower. So this is my next day. Like I went to the Eiffel Tower on the day I reached Paris, but I visited late in the evening, and I thought it is not a good idea to be reaching here so late, because I knew somewhere that I will be spending almost like 2-3 hours inside the Eiffel Tower, and it makes memory, I mean, it makes sense to me if I am going to be here in the daytime. So when I came here, when I entered here, I did not have my tickets, and obviously I had to wait in the queue for 3 hours to buy a ticket from the ticket counter. But if you already had an online ticket, which you had purchased it like one day in advance or even 1 month in advance, then it's just like there is definitely a queue. You just have to stand in the queue, and then you will be given permission to enter the Eiffel Tower like half an hour before your
Not
time slot.
wasted, 'cause paradise
Here,
is wherever we make it. Too nice, all nice. Paradise is wherever we make it. See the seven.
here I had to wait for my number to come because I had not purchased the tickets online. It took me exactly like 3 hours. I was at the Eiffel Tower exactly before 3, I can say. Not exactly, but yeah, I was there before 3. I like 2:55 I was there, and I got entry only at 6:30. So imagine for 3.5 hours I had to wait in the queue just to get a ticket from the ticket counter over there. So when you're giving a, I mean, when you're buying a ticket from there, from the counter, you'll have to show your passport. They will ask you how many people want to visit, so you have to say And then for each person, you have to show the passport, you have to show an ID. For foreigners, it's definitely the passport. For locals, it's any ID. This is a view from the Eiffel Tower's top. Amazing view. It's so pretty. I mean, when you are at the top of Eiffel Tower, you just feel like you want to spend a lot of time over there, absorbing the entire city into your eyes, and you want to just keep watching this city from the top of Eiffel Tower. You feel like you are so happy, feel like you are really proud of yourself, what you've achieved today. Because when you go to the top, that feeling is definitely different. It's completely overwhelming for anybody. And when you're looking from the top, you feel like as if everything down is so tiny, but still you can see somewhere, and it's amazing. And at the top they have fencing, they have a metal net surrounding the Eiffel Tower so that there are no accidents. And I really wanted to make it to the Eiffel Tower on the same evening. I mean, I went to Eiffel Tower twice. So I visited uh, on the second day with my ticket. That's what I mean to say. But yes, it's like amazing experience. It's like what you had dreamt, what you had seen on television and in movies is coming actually live in front of you, and you just cannot believe. It's so spectacular, it's so massive. And you stand underneath the Eiffel Tower, you capture images, videos. It looks so huge. I mean, unbelievable. I mean, oh goodness. Like, and also to go to the Eiffel Tower, there are two ways. One is like you take the elevator, and the other is like you can climb up the stairs to go to the top. So I had chosen the elevator. The reason was so that I do not waste my time climbing up the stairs. Although I knew that there will be people who will be taking the flight of stairs to climb up on the top of the Eiffel Tower, and it will be crowded. If there are rough people walking in front of me, I just cannot cross that path to go up faster. I'll have to walk in a queue. I have to wait for them to go up, climb up. So I decided that I should take the elevator. And if you are taking the elevator path, you pay more money for seeing the Eiffel Tower. And also, if you're taking the flight of stairs, you pay less money. So there are different kinds of tickets based on your preferences. Eiffel Tower also has levels, level 1, level 2. So if you are just taking level 1 by elevator, you pay more money as compared to the path of flight of stairs for level 1. And if you are planning to go to level 2 of Eiffel Tower, if you're taking the flight of stairs, you pay less money as compared to the elevator which goes to level 2. From level 1 also, it looks very beautiful. You do get to view the city from top, but the experience is from level, that is the top level. And when you are at the top of Eiffel Tower, you don't feel like coming down again. You just feel like you want to stand here, you want to spend time here, you want to click many pictures, you want to click more videos, you want to absorb the entire energy of being in this beautiful city, and you want to make memories, lots and lots of memories. So it's amazing. The elevator which goes to the top is also kind of huge. You can say huge elevator. It can accommodate almost like 20 to 30 people at once. and almost it takes like 3 minutes to 5 minutes to come down from the top to the ground level. I've already recorded a video of how long does it take to get down from the top of the Eiffel Tower to the ground. You will see this experience in my YouTube Shorts video. I will put up over there. And obviously on level 1, on level 2 also, you have souvenir shops, just not one or two. There are plenty of souvenir shops, not plenty, but yeah, there are few shops on level 1 and level 2 which sell souvenirs. There is a small cafe. You can even drink wine in the Eiffel Tower. Obviously the wine is not complimentary, you have to pay to get a glass of wine. The best time to visit is like daytime and also when the sun has already set, so you can get to see both the daytime and the nighttime view of the Eiffel Tower. If you are if you want to click more pictures, the best idea is to go in the daytime, in the daylight, before the sun sets. And if you want to see the lights on the Eiffel Tower, the best time would be to uh, after the sunset. Also, there is lighting on the Eiffel Tower after every 1 hour, but it is only after the sunset. For example, if the sun sets at 8 p.m. in the night in summer, then you will see the lighting on the Eiffel Tower at 9 p.m. And then again, you will see the lights on the Eiffel Tower blinking after another 1 hour, which is like at 10 o'clock in the night. But say, suppose if the sun sets at 7 o'clock, you will see the lighting at 8 o'clock, then 9 o'clock, then 10 o'clock. But later on, if the sun sets by, say, 9 o'clock, you will see the first light blinking on the Eiffel Tower at 10 o'clock, then 11 o'clock. So people usually wait downstairs or inside the Eiffel Tower to see the lighting on the Eiffel Tower. So first day when I visited, this is a souvenir shop. There's a lot of souvenirs. Obviously, the souvenirs over here are highly expensive as compared to what you find it on the roadside stores, which are just outside the Eiffel Tower. It's your choice. You want to buy it from the Eiffel Tower or you want to buy it from the roadside stores, I mean, roadside shops. But the quality of what you get inside the Eiffel Tower is definitely worth buying as compared to what you get outside the Eiffel Tower. There is a huge queue even when you're exiting. There's a huge queue over here, and this was shot like around like kind of 8 o'clock in the night, and you can see it's so bright even at 8 p.m. And I was truly waiting for the lights to blink, so I had to wait for another 1 hour to see the
Babe, I
lighting
don't
on the
even
Eiffel
care if we
Tower.
stay home. Put our to-do list on ice. We crank the AC to 79 and make a little island right here. And there ain't a palm tree in sight, but there's not a cloud in your blue eyes. If we need a drink, I'll be the bartender. I got a fifth of Patron.
This is a small museum they have created inside Eiffel Tower, and they have shown some scientists. I have shown you the names also of the scientists in my video here, and it is just, I mean, you cannot enter inside the museum. It's just like you view it from outside of it. That's it. And this was like around 8:30. I was still waiting for the sun to set completely and then to see the light show on the Eiffel Tower. The light show will last for like 5 minutes only. It is only for 5 minutes, but every 1 hour. And that too only after the sun sets, not in the daytime, not in the daylight. You will not see any lights flashing. So when I visited for the first time, that time it was like almost must be like kind of 6:30, 7 o'clock when I reached for the first time on the first day. And I knew that I will take time to see. I will spend at least like 2 3 hours. And this is my picture inside the Eiffel Tower at the top level. This is my picture right underneath the Eiffel Tower. This was filmed in the night. Till then, take care and see you soon with my next video.